Hi, and welcome back. I'm going to tell you a story about myself today. You know, in this industry, it's pretty easy to get a big head, and you can acquire one very, very quickly. Luckily, I have a wife. I call her Mrs. Rayman. Her name is Susie, and Susie keeps me in line pretty good. I'll tell you the quick story. I got a call one time from a gentleman that said, "Hey, Rayman, I've got ZZ Top coming to town. Do you want to MC the deal?" And I said, "Yeah, of course, right?" So I get there a couple hours earlier, and I'm shooting the bull with Frankie and Billy and Dusty, and it was a time lapse between our conversations and the time that I would introduce them on stage, right? So I'm thinking to myself, you know how your mind drifts from time to time, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, Ray, you done pretty good, kid. You get kicked out of school because you're listening to rock and roll records all day instead of staying in school, and here you are today, get to introduce, a world famous rock and roll band. You done good, Ray, man. Attaboy, way to go. And out the corner of my eye, there's my wife, and she's having dinner, and I'm thinking, she has no interest in rock and roll. She couldn't tell you who is who. It's just like a zero with her. In comes Billy Gibbons, sits down with her, puts his arm around her. They're eating, they're talking, they're laughing, they're joking, they're high-fiving, and I go, doggone it, man, she done it again. She put me in my place again. And she does this all the time. Not because she's a very, very outgoing person. And she knows when I get a little cocky, she's the only one that can put me back and bring me back down to ground zero. And we laugh about that every week or so, I wanted to share it with you. And if you'd like to not miss one episode, click the subscribe button, and I'll share another story with you next week right here on Rayman's Rock and Roll Memories on Cool117.com.